Alrighty, hello and welcome to another Dark Souls video guide. If you saw the video I just posted a moment ago, you'll see that, well, I tried to get into the Nameless King fight, but the fog gate just wasn't having it. I haven't really seen that in the entire time that I've been playing this game, so it was a unique experience. Anyway, moving on to the actual mechanics of the fight. So, the two biggest things that trip people up about this fight are, firstly, the dragon. Well, as with any Dark Souls dragon, the dragon is a little bit too big for your camera, so more accurately you're going to be fighting the camera rather than the boss itself half the time. That being said, the important things that you want to watch out for are the Nameless King on the dragon's back. The dragon itself doesn't have too many bad attacks and spends a lot of time just dangling its head waiting for you to hit him. When the Nameless King swings down his spear, I honestly recommend rolling under the dragon's neck towards the character model itself. As with all long weapons in this game, the attacks will tend to swipe right over your head and you'll miss them successfully. There are a couple of attacks that kind of suck. One of them, the Drake will go up into the sky and fly around for a bit. The Nameless King will lightning spear down at you while they're soaring around. You want to wait until about the last second to dodge that if possible. Same with the follow-up attack afterwards, where he swoops down and stabs the ground and then flies off again. If it comes up, I will discuss it a little bit more in length, but essentially you want to wait until the last possible second on each of these attacks to dodge. Now, there's another attack where the dragon will fly up high into the sky, and then take a moment and then fire breath down on the ground in a wide spread. When this happens, you want to run towards the dragon well, you want to run in the direction that its tail is dangling down. That is the safe part for this attack, and you should avoid it entirely. It's a lot easier than trying to iframe through the flames. Now, for the second half of this fight with the Nameless King, the biggest thing that trips people up is his attack speed. He tends to linger his attacks a little bit. There's a bit of a wind-up to him, but they all have fairly easy reads in order to dodge. You just have to figure out the dodge timing. The important thing about the dodge timing is you want to dodge when the weapon is closer to you rather than when he starts the attack. If you dodge sooner, you'll get punished almost every single time. The second thing is, the second phase is mostly a battle of patience. You maybe have time between each of his attacks to hit him once or twice at most. Anything more than that, you're being a little greedy and you're probably going to get punished for it. Alright, let's start things off. For phase 1, we're going to be using gold pine resin. You wouldn't think that a storm drake would be weak to lightning, but here we are. I'm going to wait to see what he does here, roll appropriately, and then start punishing that head. If we can hit it. Oops. Alright, this is the attack I was talking about, where he's going to skate around the arena. We have time to dodge the first, and then you want to wait until about here to dodge. Alright, here's our favorite attack. Be a little bit careful where you're standing on this. If you stand a little bit too close, the flames can get you. God, this lag is awful. I think I could have had a perfect Nameless King if it wasn't for that. Now, while we do have the opportunity to riposte there, I personally don't take the time to do so. The animation takes more time than it's worth, but if you like stabbing big dragons, feel free. Alright. For the second phase, you want to start out with human pine resin, and we usually have time before he'll do the first shockwave, so that was interesting to see. But yes, you want to wait until almost the last possible second. Ooh. Sometimes he does mix things up with how long his attack strings will be, and you just have to watch for it, honestly. I keep thinking I have time for a quick sippy, and I just don't. I'm trying to keep my HP capped off as often as possible here to get as much out of the Lloyd Sword Ring as possible. The weapon is, or the ring is very good to abuse for this particular fight. Granted, you need to not get hit for it to work. Alright, here we go for phase 2. After that first attack, you have ample amount of time to lay into him. And then you want to roll past that. And that'll do it. This was a little bit sloppy, but hey, sometimes that's just the way things go in Dark Souls.